Hello, everybody. You're watching / listening to the McAllister Hours. As always, I'm your host, Cole McAllister. Today, we're joined by returning guest, Sadboi Samurai, a.k.a. Jordy Flash. How are you doing, man? What's up?
I'm alright. Just been chilling.
Just wake up a little bit ago, or?
Yeah. Just got the day started, honestly.
Well, you were just telling me before we started that you've been performing quite a bit. You're actually performing tonight. What's the details with that?
Tonight, we got bass night at Nightingale, downtown Des Moines, over in East Village. First set's at 9. I open it up. We got me, Nikki Rage, Mr. Pixel, and the boy Tommy Guns from Iowa City. And yeah, shout out Iowa City boys.
Hell yeah. So for those who don't remember from the last episode, you mainly do EDM production type stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so when you perform, are you doing a lot of your own beats, or are you doing other people's beats? How's that work?
A mixture of mine and other homies.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So shit, like what you said last time you used a lot of different kind of programs.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah. Last time, actually, I was pretty balls deep in Ableton, and now I've actually made the switch back to my roots. I've been I go back to FL when I feel like I need to like start pumping out beats faster. I like to take my time on Ableton because I like to really learn the system, and I mean I don't know. It's nothing more than what FL is. I mean, and what I've taught myself on FL over the years too. I feel like I was like throwing a lot of that knowledge away just to try and learn a new DAW, but it's good to know a bunch of different DAWs. So
yeah. That's definitely especially in this emerging market with music. I feel like a really important thing is going to be knowing as much as you can about all the software and all the I think we're really going to enter a day and age where people are really going to need to know how to do everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As far as any type of music production goes, I feel like if anybody is just strictly producing, definitely start messing around. Even if you don't feel like you can sing or rap or do whatever, start messing around with Pro Tools and get familiar with that, especially for vocals. That's what it's meant for, and it's you can do almost anything. You can get some real good quality production out of that. So I like to actually take my beats from FL and mix them through Pro Tools sometimes. So
is there integration between the programs, or you just export it?
I just export it.
Okay. Yeah, it's it's really interesting. There isn't really a right way to do anything. Everyone has their different way how they do stuff.
Such a ass backwards way of producing. Like, people look at it, it's just like, that's so weird. Like, it's different each time. Like, most people are like, I need a drum pattern first, or I need a melody, or I need this, I need that, I need a different type of bass, and this, and it's just like, the cadence usually just comes to you. I typically, because I like to produce a lot more like melodic stuff, because it just, that's what I was like raised on. So it's a matter of like getting down a melody and whatnot, and then just out of nowhere a cadence kind of hits you, and you're like, okay, now this is a house song. All right, now this is some rhythm. All right, now this is some wonky experimental bass, or whatever the case is.
So when you're performing, is it a lot more like like you said, like in rhythm, like on the fly, or do you have a lot of stuff pre-planned? How's that all work?
I have curated sets that like I have like kind of in my head. Like, I don't know the playlist, but like most of the time, if I'm doing something like a open deck night, or like tonight, like I have like a few songs in mind. Like, I'm probably gonna play some DMX, but like I don't really have anything like set in stone. I'm probably just gonna go out there and just throw down. I don't know, do what I've just been doing.
That's cool, man. I don't think this at all, but this is kind of just always a question that pops into my mind when you talk to like EDM DJ, type people. There's always the accusation that there isn't a lot of talent that goes into it. Like, they're just pushing a button. Yeah. What do you say to someone who says that? How would you argue like you perform?
I can't speak for anybody else but myself.
No.
But I don't know. Come watch me perform, and I'll show you. I mean, I don't know. I've been mixing for quite a long time, so it's.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been able to mix for a solid. I'd say a solid 15 years.
Wow.
About 8 is when I like started to really understand transitions, and I was using all sorts of stuff. I grew up around, I don't know, a lot of people who just had like music equipment, and half of them didn't really know what to do with it. So, and apps on my phone, apps on computers and whatnot. I was just teaching myself all sorts of stuff.
Damn.
And yeah, that's where I really started to understand how to mix and blend, and like not your press and play blend, but like really understanding EQing and like the different, like, okay, I grew up where every car we had 2 12s in the back, so like it was just I was just always around bass, so like bass was just always there. I knew how to make that noise, so I don't know. And every time I heard a beat, like there's those certain beats you hear as a kid, and like mainly for me it was hip hop beats, but like there was the electronic music that I would hear on the radio, and I would look up myself. I was totally geeked out on Daft Punk and other who else? Moby, Mojo, a few others, but like I was hooked, like just hooked, and like it felt weird at first because I was like, there was a stigma on electronic music. It was just rave music. It was just you got to be whacked out on drugs.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, dude, I like this. I grew up shuffling and professionally dancing and whatnot too, so like that was a big part of it too. And there's electronic music and all sorts of dancing. So
I didn't know that about you. I mean to divert, but like, what was that experience like for you? Like, what when were you active? What did that all involve?
Yeah. So I grew up competitively dancing, doing b-boy stuff, popping, locking, animation, just about anything dance, and hell, I was doing all sorts of battles and performances, music videos.
Was that here in Iowa, or did you travel for that? Or
I traveled for a lot of it here in Iowa. Competed on America's Got Talent.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that was interesting.
Is there like a clip of you like that we could find?
I don't know.
Of you doing that?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Would it be under Molly? Look that up. Would it be under Jordy Flash?
No, it'd be under like Jordan Newbill, like my government shit.
Jordan do okay.
You might be able to find it. You'll probably find some show choir shit first.
What is it?
What's Jordan what?
Jordan Newbill. JORDON NEWBILL.
You said Newbell?
Newbill. BILL.
Doesn't really look like it.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I was like, there's probably more. Yeah, no, like there's probably more. I don't know. I've deleted a lot of my dance stuff. There's like maybe a couple clips of me doing some stuff on like my Instagram, like at the bottom of the page type shit. But like, I don't know.
So how old would you have been doing that?
I've been dancing just as long as I don't know.
Forever.
Okay. Literally forever. Yeah, no, that was like the first thing. That was my like, I was totally set on being in like the next 80 Step Up movies and just that. No, I was like, I thought I was him. Like I got like I'm not bad, but like I don't know. It's not like I lost the passion for it. But
I get that.
The monopoly of it, like there's nothing, you can't really make money off of it anymore.
I see.
Like I could go choreograph, but still it's like it's very tough to be out there and make top like choreography type money. Like Trisha Miranda money. Like, that's choreographing like Beyonce sets for Grammys and shit like that. Which is what I was, aiming for, or at least just being a backup dancer in that case. But like,
yeah, that's kind of the problem with the industries. I'm sure it's like it's really elite in a sense, where like it's a very small amount of people and they all know each other. Get into that position.
I mean, granted, I was in that circle and whatnot, but like, I just kind of. I don't know. I always had a passion for making the music. Like, I enjoyed dancing, but it felt like more like a hobby and kind of a chore at times. And when I was like producing and making my own beats and whatnot, that felt like I had it. Like, it felt like I had an advantage on certain things because like I'd been doing it for however long, and so it just felt a lot more natural, and I could be like more productive doing that. So like,
yeah, that makes sense. We've talked about this in the podcast before, like how I feel like the people who really make it as artists, they they're involved in several different kinds of areas. So I guess that just speaks testament to how much you do.
Yeah, and it really helps when you can. Damn, I'm like squeaking and shit. It really helps when you can grow up. Dancing and doing that shit and hearing those different cadences, dancing those different types of styles, especially the b-boying, that helped me a lot with just because when you're breakdancing, you're dancing to a lot of breakbeat type stuff, and that's where a lot of the actual like DJing and a lot of the scratching I was hearing at first was coming in, and like that's where I was teaching myself how to do that, and it helps with the rhythm and it helps with like the creativity of like making a song. Because like what you want to hear, you have a certain sound, like a certain cadence that you chase, or like a certain few ones that you're like, that is your, I don't know, your favorite beat, and like from there, as long as like sound design and whatnot, I had to learn that in school and whatnot. And
oh wow, well like what do you mean like school? Like you went to like college for that, or like high school classes, or
yeah, a little bit of both.
Okay.
That and just a lot of self-taught stuff too. So
what'd you go to college for?
Well, at first music production, and then started to like divert off of that because like I already had like all the knowledge that I thought I needed. I guess I don't know. I learned from a lot of like top tier like producers that I just got the honor of like growing up and being around as a kid and whatnot. So it was, I don't know, it's just super cool to be involved with certain things like at certain ages, because it like, I mean, sometimes it's bad to be exposed to certain things, but like when you're exposed to just the genuine like musicality of it, and like you just take from it what you can type of thing. Like I wasn't trying to be bad by any means. Just trying to make music. I know there's a stigma around like hip hop and whatnot, but like I don't know. The last time I made a hip hop song, I was like,
I think that's changing a lot though.
A year and a half ago. But yeah, it's
slow. I mean, it's not like like snap a finger, but
it's always gonna get the stink face. But like
yeah. Well, but, I think jazz had the stink too. In that day,
mainly
and now
it's black people making jazz music. So I mean, anything black people are involved in, I think it's stink face. We know that. But,
yeah,
it's whatever.
Yeah, that's the reality. So you're performing tonight, and you've performed previously. I'm just kind of because I actually performed. We were just talking about that before the show with Lolo and all them.
Hell yeah! Shout out all of them.
What I guess how do you approach like everything with COVID and like I think everywhere has been having kind of the mask mandate, but
I
guess what's your observation on like how that's all?
Fuck, I was wearing masks before COVID, so I don't know.
Damn.
I'm a weeb, so I just had a bunch of masks and shit of like I don't know. Of the anime variety, I guess. And so like I don't know, I was already going to festivals and shows wearing those because I already have like kind of a germ thing. Like I don't know, it's a little bit of OCD, but like I just don't like being in rooms with hot ass breath and just people it just bugs me the fuck out. And so I already had masks on deck and ready for this.
So was it like, were you scared? Not scared, but were you taking precautions of other, things previously?
Yeah, I was for the longest time just not going anywhere, and if I was, then I was making sure I was taking every precaution that I needed to, carrying Purell on me, and keeping my distance.
Yeah. Do you, and not to get too personal, but do you have like an immune deficiency, or you just?
No, I got a great immune system, honestly. I haven't really had too many problems. I thought I'd had it recently, but...
Oh, you thought you had COVID?
Yeah, but it was just one of those colds that kind of kicks your ass every now and then. And, like, I hadn't had a cold in I don't know how long, so, like, it really felt like something was wrong. And, like, it only lasted, like, 2 days. I was like, oh, all right, I'm good.
Have you, are you going to get the vaccine at all, or...
yeah, for sure. That's going to be the only way I feel comfortable going back to festivals and make bigger shows and whatnot. Other than that, I'm usually there and I'm standing in a corner somewhere. Like, because I'm usually quite involved at shows. Usually up on the rail or playing, whatever the case is, and just a big group of friends and whatnot. But it's hard to do that and, like, be comfortable doing it. I don't know. It's just always in the back of my mind, like, I'm not trying to get sick. I'm not trying to get sick. I'm not trying to get sick. Like, or not trying to get other people sick either. Because you could be carrying it, not know it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I guess that kind of gives you an advantage of, being in the, I guess, you're projecting towards people and people are, facing you, but you kind of have some natural separation there, I feel like.
Hell yeah.
But, shit, my fucking volume. Still getting used to this damn thing. I got a new... So I had like the audio interface and lots of other UBS or USB hookups, and it was a fucking pain in the ass. But I got this. It's called a Zoom. It's just strictly for podcasts.
Yeah.
You get the soundboards. You got all that. It's all good shit. But yeah, it's really good to have you on for our second episode in the new studio.
Hell yeah,
fucking killing it, man.
This is dope.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, it looks a little more professional with the background stuff. Like, I don't know. I think we had mixed reviews on that other tapestry, like the trees and all that. It was all right, but you had that like wide angle. It's just kind of like,
I fucks with the trees. All the trees.
Yeah, we need to legalize cannabis so we can smoke some trees on the show. That's what I'm about.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Obs, we've had him on the show. He was on Instagram and he was like smoking these like CBD cigarettes. I thought about maybe getting some of those on here.
Yeah, those are those I think I've smoked one before.
What?
They have the CBD like joints too, like pre-rolls, just cones and shit too.
Yeah. Do you think it does anything for you if you're like us, like smoking pretty regularly? Like, do you think it would actually do anything?
I've felt a lot of like anxiety relief when smoking CBD. Like,
really?
Like, you genuine like.
Damn.
Just
you got so just from CBD you got an adverse effect.
Yeah.
Damn. I've never heard of that.
Especially with the carts too.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Especially with those carts too. Those are
because a lot of that, I feel like that in the carts especially, there's a lot of crap that they don't really know about what's in there.
Yeah. That's for sure.
A lot of crap and everything, but so when I lived in South Dakota, I actually knew a guy, and he was at the time, he was like one of the biggest drug dealers in South Dakota. And he had relatives in California who were making these little THC carts.
State too.
Well, it's actually legalized now. They actually just legalized it this last.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Which is crazy. Like, fucking South Dakota has done it, and we haven't.
How the fuck?
The fucking tweakers and drunks over there are getting their pot, and we're just, I guess they're drunks and tweakers here, but I mean, come on, we're the same. We're like, do it for both of us. Here, honestly. Oh my gosh. My ex-wife is from South Dakota, and like her whole family's tweakers, so I just naturally associate that state with methamphetamine.
Yeah, no, that's just the Midwest in general.
Yeah, exactly.
Midwest amphetamine.
Anyway, back to the carts. So this guy, like, they made these carts in California, and like they shipped them to the state, and like he sold them. And after I separated and left, like after I was back home in Des Moines, that relative got arrested in California because he was putting it's the stuff that they put in mints, but like they put like a really, really tiny amount of it, but they put like more than FDA regulation. So like it was like, you know, that was like back in the vape scare when like people were going to the hospital and like, it was killing people and shit.
Lung and shit.
Yeah, it was right around that time. And like they actually got arrested because they were putting this crazy fucking shit in those carts. So I stay away from that. Yeah. I do I you know, I'm sure there's plenty of crap in the dab concentrate too, but like I trust that
solventless hash rosin.
Yeah, I trust that a little more than the you know, the cart.
Yeah,
it just seems sketch. Do you vape?
Nah, I don't. Yeah, no desire for even the like non-nicotine stuff. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, no diss to anyone who's like trying to quit, but the people that crack me up are the ones that like quit smoking cigarettes and they're like, I just vape now. I'm like, you know, it's probably it's probably worse.
And like, they're like over here blowing clouds, like, yeah, no, I'm right. It used to taste good. Like, all right, I guess. Like,
I had a friend who had this argument. She was like, you cough a lot when you vape because you're like getting rid of the crap in your lungs. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
What? Getting rid.
Well, I've heard that you actually get recently they figured out that you actually get little small traces of metal from those vapes now. Like there are people that, yep, they're getting metal in their lungs.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's crazy, man.
Gotta go ceramic on a coil. That's how you do it.
Damn. So yeah, I don't know. All that it really is convenient with marijuana these days, like having the dab pen, and like not, you know, living here with that has been just great because like I'm not like when I moved here I didn't want to have like, you know, just an apartment that just smells like weed constantly. Like having that dab pen is just really nifty for that.
Yeah, no, that's for damn sure. There's oh my god, they're on such bullshit out here, and I'm pretty sure I don't even think like the scent of marijuana is probable cause anymore here.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I heard that supposedly the Des Moines Police Department is like putting that lower priority. I kind of find it hard to believe, but
yeah, that's bullshit.
It's just, you know, and that fuck Kim Reynolds, man. Like she's like the last person that's gonna fucking.
Kim Reynolds has a crusty ass.
I love that. I think that was either you or someone else that shared it. I mean, that's one of my all-time favorite memes. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Yeah. God, I hate that one. I can't stand it either.
I don't get it. Like,
like how marijuana remains to be illegal, but like during COVID, she like it was legal to buy open containers of alcohol at bars now and then drive home.
Go get a gun. Like it's nothing now. It's all bad, bro. It's all bad. She's I don't know. I think she's drunk half the time, anyways.
She's a very fake candidate. Like it's kind of like the joke where you know, they have the president and they show him the reel of the other angle, the JFK assassination. Yeah, like, oh, what do I do?
She's just, you know, any other fucking Iowa Karen, dude. Like
there's too many of them, man. Too many of them. What was it? Joni Ernst and who's the other?
Teresa Green.
Yeah, dude. They were both fucking cunts, man. I couldn't vote for them.
They're fucking. I don't know how much they spent on ad campaigns, bro. That was fucking ridiculous. If you didn't have YouTube Premium, you were fucked, bro. You knew them on a personal level. Like, it was bad. It was so bad.
I remember when COVID first hit, like waiting and watching for Kim Reynolds like every morning for like 2-3 weeks. Just like, all right,
so what the fuck are we doing? She was bullshitting, bro. I don't think she knew what to do. Granted, I get that, but I don't. Like, yeah.
You'd almost appreciate if like the people in power like would acknowledge that they didn't know what they were doing.
That'd be dope. I think there's some people that do. Like, I think they tell the world they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and just certain, like Joe Biden tells the world he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing just by doing press conferences, like fucking taking forever to get a word out, bro. He's like getting mad at himself and shit. Dude, this shit is so funny. Oh my god.
Oh, good old Joe. Good old Joe.
Fucking sleepy Joe.
can watch that video of him trip up the stairs for days. Days. There was a meme where it was Donald Trump hitting a golf club, hitting a ball, and then like they animated it and it's like hit him on the back.
Yeah, no, they're all funny as hell.
That's the one silver lining for all the political crap that happens is there's always a meme. You know, there's a meme for everything.
Everything. Memes are getting oversaturated now.
Yeah.
And I've seen like the simplicity of like the formula of a meme now is just fucking bass boosted blur fucking picture and.
Do you think it'll ever? Do you think the meme will like? It already kind of does evolve like in YouTube form and all that. But like, do you see like the meme evolving or dying out? Or like what? I guess which one? Like, what would you say is the future of the meme? This is getting philosophical here.
I feel like now memes are because now we're considering TikToks memes for some reason, and so I don't know if that is the case. I don't know if there's could be considered memes or whatever. I don't know. I don't see them dying off. I just see them taking a turn to like the worst because they get more offensive as time goes on.
Yeah.
But like we find like different ways to like make them subliminally more offensive. I don't know. I feel like they're here to stay for a while. I feel like memes are gonna be like a terminology. I feel like you're gonna have to at some point learn that in school. Like I don't know. Like
learn about the history of memes.
There's such a market on it. Like it's like one of the number one like monetized things on YouTube. So as long as you're not showing any bullshit or playing music you're not supposed to, you can make a lot of money off just running a meme page, and it's just reposting too. So it's not like you have to have anything original. So you're just taking a compilation of different videos and whatnot, slapping it up there, putting some goofy ass animation oofs and whatever the hell, and you throw an ad on there for.
So let me ask you this: How does it feel as an artist to hear that? Most of it's going to me.
Yeah, most of it's going. It's crazy. It's insane, dude. It's insane. But you got to capitalize on that. You have to just be, I don't know, involved in everything pop culture, especially as an artist. It's kind of your duty to stay up to date, or else you're gonna fall behind.
I'm falling behind, baby. Cause
you gotta say, I'll put you on. I got you. I'll put you on. I got you for sure,
dude. I not to get into this, but necessarily, but like ever since the Capitol, I've just tuned the fuck out. Tuned the fuck out. Man.
Yeah, no.
I guess like with the passports coming out, I was kind of into that a little bit, but like generally, I fail quite a bit. But like I really do try to like step the fuck away from it.
Yeah.
So I think that was the point where everybody realized, all that we're doing, sharing our thoughts and all this, like it's all just causing this fucking crazy ass thing.
It wasn't going anywhere for a while.
You gotta step away from it if you want to be sane.
Yeah, because it was gonna drive us to a point where we did some dumb shit. Like everybody was too hype. Yeah. It was oh my god, that was a very intense couple of months. It was just an intense year in general.
Yeah. It's interesting. I think I was listening to something about it today. Like, as bad as it was, there is a silver lining in the fact that like there's a lot of bullshit that was seen.
Yeah.
Through all this stuff going on.
And they revealed a lot. Like there was a lot of that quote unquote true color shit that just came out, and you saw like the true meaning behind a lot of different things. That was just kind of somewhat mythology to us. Like we were old enough to live through like the shit in '93, like that happened in like LA and whatnot. But like we experienced our own version of it here, and it. To an extent, it was a little worse because it was happening everywhere, and happened in places that you didn't think it was gonna happen, and up until we had fucking people in the U.S. Capitol, like that. That shit is still just unexplainable to me. But I felt like up until like that point right there, a lot of people didn't realize like that everything that was going on last year actually meant something, and that fucking dumbass show of fucking cowardly whatever the fuck they tried to do. I don't know. That was just stupid. That was super stupid. I don't know what the end goal was.
Yeah.
In that entire thing, but it didn't make any sense.
I think it was a thing that most people looked at and they were like, "This isn't good."
It just wasn't good at all.
No, like I tend to think of myself a little more conservative than most people, but like I like that was just awful. I think people that like kind of think along the same channel as, quote unquote conservative, like really took a hit that day.
Yeah.
Because it was like these people made everyone that has any sense of that kind of view look so fucking bad that day. Like it was like I've honestly felt politically what was the term, politically homeless.
Yeah.
Since that day.
Yeah. No. Like I still kind of feel that way because you can't trust anything. You can't really like. There's no way in hell like I'm just gonna be like, all right, Joe Biden. Like, there's just, all right, fuck it. I know, I can't accept that. Like, it's, America just keeps settling.
Yep.
We just keep settling and not realizing the power that we actually have. And, a lot of the people that just want to live that normal day-to-day suburban-ass life, they don't realize you can't do that. Like you have a lot more power than just doing what you're doing on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, there's too much complacency and ability for people to be comfortable living in America.
You're taught that you can do everything up until you're taught that you can't. And it's just such a fucking contradiction. Like it's so weird.
Yeah, it is kind of like the education that we probably received when we were like, you can do anything you want, and that's ridiculous. You can't. No, nobody can.
That's not the case. That's just not it.
Yeah, you really have to be able to figure out your own. Dean Kelly was actually. Do you know Dion Kelly? I guess what? I always fuck it up. Dion Kelly. He's worked with like writing history. Are you familiar with that group? Yeah. He's a big part of that. Might be the creator. But he. What was the fuck? God damn it! Fucking vodka, man.
Oh my God.
He was talking about. Jesus fuck! I lost it. I totally lost it. I think that's the first time it's happened. Dion Kelly, he was great guest.
Yes, no. I've heard great things about him.
But he's a really smart individual, and he talks a lot about thinking outside of what people tell us, like thinking about yourself as an individual, not bracing on to like whatever your group identity is or whatever. Like it's really important for you as an individual. Just staying true
to yourself and thinking outside of the construct that you're taught of conformity. Whatever that is to you. But like, yeah, you just gotta really stay true to yourself and, whatever works for you. I mean, you gotta like decipher on what's toxic for you and what's not. But like, whatever works best for you, you have to really drill that and remind yourself that you're capable of doing that, because a lot of people like to forget, and I'm guilty of it. So, it just takes It takes putting yourself in an environment where you can be reminded, where you can stay. And usually staying productive is a good reminder of like, oh yeah, I got this. I have purpose. I got this. I'm doing this. I got this to look forward to, type shit. And it just helps your overall like mental health.
Yeah. I think that was kind of what I was getting at before. Like that was what he was saying. Like people have all this technology and they don't understand why they have it. We have all these things.
Yeah, we have the fucking world at our fingertips.
We didn't earn it.
Yeah. No. And like we're so capable of like, there's people that like, it's not like they don't deserve it, but like there's people who probably just started streaming like on Twitch like a month ago and are already making thousands of dollars. And they're probably not even that good at the game, whatever game they're streaming, but there's somebody out there who's been grinding their ass off at a game for the past like 11 years, and it's like top 100 on the leaderboard in the world probably, and probably just doesn't have the means to stream, but could probably capitalize on, you know, it could be the next Ninja, you know, or whoever the hell, and you know, they just don't have the means necessary or whatever the case is, and you always got to remind yourself, like, especially if you're like in such crafts as like producing or like gaming or whatever, there's always somebody out there, like there's always somebody working, there's always somebody trying to beat you, whether they know you or not. Like there's always somebody trying to capitalize, and if you're not working, somebody else is. So it's, I don't know, it's always good to just remind yourself to like stay productive. And I'm guilty of like procrastinating, and like I'll like make, I don't know, probably in the past year and a half I've probably made upwards to like 40 songs. Not like all of them that I would put out. I'd probably put out like 30 of them, but like I just been like procrastinating putting those out just because I'm kind of a bit of a perfectionist. Okay. And I beat myself up if I feel like I don't like deliver, in the sense like if I don't hear it in my head the way I'm hearing it like play out in real life, then like I'm finding out how, or I'm like learning how to sound design to get that exact sound that's in my head onto the computer. And that's where I like really taught myself how to produce, and it was like the hardest way to teach yourself. But like I don't know, it, once you like learn those like harder habits, I guess, or teach yourself the most difficult way to do something, I'm like one of those people who I like to work smarter, not harder. So like I always try to find a way to like adapt and make something a little bit easier each time, or just make it more fluid. Cause I don't know, a lot of stuff in music, like putting a set together in EDM it's all about exclusivity of the track and the flow of it. Obviously the mixing is the big part of it, but song selection is also like a really big part of it, and variations, like VIPs and whips and whatnot. Like those are variations in production. So you're not just playing the same drop. It could be that song, but it'll be like maybe that artist, whoever made that, has different drops they made for it or whatever, and or maybe you went and remixed it yourself or whatever. But it's like just staying exclusive and staying up to date on whatever the tracks are, keeping it fresh, not I don't know, there's so many like standards set in the EDM community, and just like standards set in just production in general, that like you can't really you never want to repeat something or rinse something out. Or to rinse something out is to obviously like repeat it or whatever.
So constantly innovating, essentially.
It's just staying, like I said, staying exclusive, staying in the know, and like a lot of it is like when we're talking about memes, for example, like sampling memes and shit, just keeping exclusive and whatnot, using those little sound bites and whatnot for drops and shit like that, just playing with the crowd and whatnot. Okay. Just keeping it, like, you gotta keep it fresh, you gotta keep it exclusive. If you're playing like a meme from like 5 years ago, you're playing like the whole 21 shit, like what's 9 plus 10, 21, you know, you're playing some shit like that, like, you're gonna get a giggle out of it, but it's not gonna be as funny as somebody hearing whatever the fuck was said on TikTok like 2 weeks ago. So like it's just like staying exclusive, staying up to date on whatever it is. I know in like my group of like producer friends and whatnot, we like to just keep up to date on like whatever's new. We like to just remix a lot of shit. We make a lot of original shit, but like I grew up remixing and sampling heavily. So like if I heard a beat, I was like, I feel like I can make that sound like I want it to sound. And so like I was always doing that. And I've got a lot of fun remixes and whatnot of just shit that like I don't know, it goes from like totally logical and reasonable to remix to totally ignorant to remix. So like I don't know, it's a very broad spectrum.
But you're playing with the craft, and you're you're fucking around essentially.
Yeah.
I think that's important. How do you, what advice, kind of talking about, like you said, being EDM artists, you got be in sync with what's going on. Like, what advice do you have for, like, we talk about on the show, like competing with the algorithm? Like, I feel like kind of living in the Midwest and Iowa, it's harder to do that in some places.
Yeah, and like, but the thing is, I think the Midwest is the fastest growing. Well, it's only fastest growing because it's like one of the last growing EDM scenes. Everywhere, like East Coast and West Coast has their set sounds, and so they've came into fruition on what they like. But the Midwest is starting to come into fruition in this. It's starting to get its own certain sound and certain group of artists and whatnot. Shout out everybody. And
name some who are the people like in your circle that you're talking about?
Me personally, I've got a lot of homies like in the West Coast and like down in the KC area. I mean, here in Iowa as well. Tennessee, Alabama, Louisiana.
So everywhere.
Yeah, no, there's homies everywhere. Mainly, I don't know, but I'm like really digging and getting back into like the scene around here too. So like, they have a lot of super fucking talented artists around here. Shout out people like fucking Medicine Place. Got people like Badman, Sound Trooper. The homie Rusker.
We're having him on the show actually.
Hell yeah, they're all very solid people, man. Like Coster, anybody Starter Box, fucking, I don't know. There's super talented people around here. If I'm forgetting you, sorry.
You know who you are.
You know exactly who the fuck you are. Come on.
Damn.
But yeah, it's really coming into fruition. Like it's growing at a rate that like is comfortable. It's not like everybody's wanting to learn. Everybody's wanting to like experience, DJing and whatnot. It's not getting to a point where it's like oversaturated. There's a lot of scenes that are like heavily like like there's just, it's not like there's too many people, but there is to an extent. So you don't really get to see everyone kind of shine, but like, I don't know. It's really about whoever's putting in that work. So like, I don't know. Shout out to the people putting in that work.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's paying off for everybody in some respect, but I really hope Des Moines, Iowa can someday be remembered as like, maybe not being one specific thing, but like just being a community of people who make really good content.
Yeah, and I feel like it's getting to a point where we're starting to see it in multiple genres, but a lot of the genres need to start coming together and realizing like music as a whole, like we need like every scene, whether it's like the metal scene here or the rap scene or the EDM scene, like they all need to be incorporated somehow. Like we all need to be in contact, using each other's resources and whatnot. Like there's too much talent in this area, and we've had way too many people come out of this area to do really big things, and all of those, especially in production and in metal. Needless to say, like it's just a lot of great producers that people like forget about that come out of Des Moines specifically. Like I grew up on like looking up to people like Bangladesh, Man made I don't know how many beats for Lil Wayne, like producer of like A Milli. That was made here in Des Moines. I'm probably over in Urbandale somewhere, some shit like that. I don't know. Damn. But like, yeah, there's I don't know. People need to do their research. Honestly, like there's a lot of good shit around here. There's a lot of smart people around here. You need to tune into a lot of the OGs around here and kind of just gather whatever you can knowledge wise. Because a lot of people don't like to learn. They feel like they got their formula down. They feel like they've got it figured out and whatnot. And I've been one of those people who like I need to be learning something always, or else I feel like I'm not productive or useful in a sense. And I like start to beat myself up if I'm not like learning something new. whether it's
constantly pushing yourself.
Yeah, and like I always end up teaching myself something new. Even with how long I've been like producing and like mixing, there's times where I'll teach myself a transition I didn't know existed, and I'm like, I wonder if I did that or like somebody's done that before. Like I don't know. Like I like to think that I'm evolutionizing my own skill, but I like to think I'm like trying to aim to evolutionize and make something easier for people in a sense, but like with still showing like the skill set of whatever the hell it is that they're doing. So like I don't know. I just want to be somebody that changes the way we like look at EDM, I guess, as a whole.
It does kind of have like that Skrillex stigma.
It's bro. It's just like there's this. Oh, it's headbanging. This, that, and other. And they don't realize there's so many like subgenres of it that
there's a lot
of people that would. If you like metal, you would like rhythm. If you like hip hop, you would like the trap and deep dub. Like I don't know. I've seen those different directions. I've brought certain friends to shows and they've been completely like optimistic about it, but like as soon as they hear a drop, they're like, "Shit, all right, I've been missing out. Like I like this," and it's always good to see that in people because I don't know, it's really just refreshing. It's good to know that there's something out there in like one genre of music. There's so many like subgenres. There's something out there for everybody. The same way with like hip hop. Like you might not like who I don't even know. I can't think of a rapper right now.
Kendrick Lamar.
You might not like Kendrick. Everybody likes Kendrick. You might not like Trippie Redd, but like you're gonna like who's a country rapper? Upchurch or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something out there for everybody. Like I don't know. It's just cool to see everything get blended too. We went through past couple of years, everything's been kind of mixed. We've been seeing a lot of like this country hip hop wave that's been going on, bro. Like it's interesting to see, and like it's so interesting.
I remember I saw a video a couple of
shout out to Scott Travis, bro. If y'all know who that is, you gonna find out.
Look that up, Molly. I'm this assuming that's a play on Travis Scott.
You know who Adam Ellis is?
Sorry?
Adam Ellis. He's one half of Badman, the group.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's got this side project. There's actually a dude named Scott Travis. We didn't know that. Who's he?
So what? Should she type like country rapper?
No, I don't think he has anything like out. Like, I don't think he's been like putting out. Like he'll play it like during a set type shit, but like
that shit's weird.
He needs to. It's just like little like he's usually producing dubstep and shit, but like he I don't know what we're on one day. He just we were just talking about country and hip hop and whatnot, and he was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna start this side project." Nobody took it serious until like a couple weeks later. Like he drops a track, and like my homie was telling about it, like they were in a Discord like one night on PC just talking bullshit, and he's like talking about it, and he starts playing on a track. And they're like, "Okay, that's actually kind of decent." He's like, "Yeah, it's the Scott Travis project, man. Like whatever the fuck." And like they were freaking out about it, and yeah, he played it at a show in Iowa City. It was super fucking funny. It got a decent reaction, like decent shit. You should actually like seriously pursue that if you're listening. If you hear this, see it, whatever.
You know, there's gotta be a group of the country community that's just screaming at the idea of people rapping over their shit.
Punching the fucking air, especially like people like Lil Nas X. Just that man's been trolling the fucking world. Shout out him, dude. Fucking, you're killing it, bro. Like that shit is. Oh, it's just hilarious. That shit is hilarious. And the devil lap dances and shit.
Yeah,
it's just dope. That was dope. You pissed everybody off with that.
Yeah. You know, I can definitely appreciate that aspect of it. Like being able, like just having the guts to just piss people off. something I try to do.
And like just him be like, you know, people like that, him being himself, him being, you know, a gay young black man, like he's gonna piss people off anyways. But like, the shit that he's doing now, like man, he's making money pissing people off. So what the fuck does it matter?
What do you think about what do you think about him like putting blood in his shoes though? I thought that was a little off.
I would have donated blood. Shit. I'd have put it. Shit.
Would you wear shoes with more? Would you wear shoes with his blood on it?
Was it his blood?
I guess it wasn't necessarily his blood.
They just said it was like
it's just a drop of blood.
Human blood. Let me know who it is. If it's like fucking Tommy Lee blood, I don't want it. But like if it's like, you know, like Lana Del Rey blood, that'd be cool. I don't know. Like I don't know. He's probably got like hep everything. But like, I don't. Fuck it. I don't know. Or like,
we don't want that Muggle blood here.
Whose blood?
No Muggle blood.
Whose blood would you want? Like, if you get a drop of anybody's blood,
I wouldn't want anybody's blood.
I want Rey Mysterio.
Maybe my own blood.
I want Rey Mysterio's blood, bro. A drop of Rey Mysterio blood in my shoes. It's like 619. Off and kicking in your shit, bro. Oh my god. I don't know. Whose blood I do.
Damn.
My own.
Shit. I say we take a real quick break here. Use the restroom. Maybe we can pour some more.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back, everybody. A few announcements today. Local shows. I have decided that I'm going to start doing these for ad breaks because we suck. Nobody wants to be on our show. Nobody wants to promote their product. So I'm going to promote everybody else's stuff. That's how this is going to work. The first one is going to be at Lefty's on the 16th of April. This month, I guess. A couple feature guests we're having. A 6-man, and Sterling Banks is one of the openers for that act. There's going to be this show here at Lefty's. It's going to be $20. And it's going to feature 6-man, The Fix, U.S. Tour, Channel with a 3 instead of an E, and Sterling Banks. And like I said, I'm actually going to have him on the show before that goes. So by the time he's on and, you know, that episode goes up, the show will have already happened. So if anybody wants to go see a rap show, that's a good one to go to. Secondly, later the next week on the 21st of April, we have the group therapy tour coming to town again at Lefty's. Kind of repetitive, but I feel like, you know, these venues are probably just, you know, a little sparse on who's willing to, you know, have people with COVID. And, you know, another thing to remember with all these, you know, be smart, wear masks. If you're not feeling well, don't go. But this is the group therapy tour. It's gonna be at Lefty's in Des Moines. $20 advance, $25 up at the door, and $50 VIP. It's going to feature Snake Lukey. I'm gonna fuck up these names. What is Lukey, you think? Lucci. Is that Lukey or Lucy? Like Gucci?
Probably Lucci.
Lucci. Okay. Snake Lucci, Tough Bo the Truth, King ISO, C-Mob, and Lola. Our friend Lola Savage is going to be opening for them. So, again, if you're like me and you want to get out and want to go do some stuff, that's a good opportunity to do that. Day after 420, so you can celebrate 420 a day later, maybe. Later in May, former guest Jacob the Freak is going to be performing in Illinois. I think Molly would actually really like this one. He's going to be at the Pop-Up Horror Market from noon to 7 p.m. $6 advance, $10 at the door. It is not unfortunately. It's in East Moline, Illinois, at the Rock Island County Fairgrounds. So
not that far.
It's not that far? Like, what, 2-3 hour day, you think? Why don't you look it up really quick? But yeah, good friend Jacob the Freak. He's been on the show, I guess, just once. But he's done some really crazy shit. And I was looking on the website, too. There's going to be some people, from foreign movies. I think the guys that play Jason Voorhees and some other actors. Oh, damn, only 2.5 hours? Damn, so that's like on the border of Illinois.
Yeah.
So that's
it's in the Quad Cities.
Oh, I see. Damn. Oh, well. anyways, so those are the announcements. Those are the shows. Some events coming up. If you like me and you're sick of all the Test 1, 2, 2 test. You want to switch it back? Sorry. A few announcements today. Local shows. Sorry, do you want... I know I'm doing this live, but I just want... Yep, we're good. All right. We're back, everybody. Sadboi Samurai, a.k.a. Jordy Flash. Chilling, hanging out. I wanted to ask you, because we kind of briefly talked about this last time here, but something that you and our assistant back here have in common is you're both memes.
Yes.
Well,
indeed.
What's some of your like how would you get into anime? What are some of your favorite types of anime? Introduce me. I'm not that familiar with that world. I'm just trying to learn.
Just like every other.
Yeah.
Just like every other kid out there. I don't know. A lot of people started on like DBZ and Naruto, which that was some of the ones I started on, but like my very first anime that I remember was Samurai Champloo and Bleach, and that's what like really hit it off for me. Like fell in love with Ichigo like right off the bat, and just the whole idea of it, and it felt like when I was watching those like different styles of animation, like going back to something that was like reality based, it was like really hard to watch because it just didn't fit like my like attention span. There's so much attention to detail in anime that like keeps you like overly involved. You can go back and watch the same episode like 6 times and catch 8 different things. So it's very like Easter egg heavy, and like I don't know, I like martial arts, like swords and shit. So that was my shit. Then obviously Naruto and DBZ. Naruto especially, that's why I would Sharingan tatted on my face. But yeah, it really started to hit off. I was drawing a lot of manga and whatnot. It was like the first style of drawing I ever learned how to do. So from that, it was just, I don't know, became kind of an obsession with it, and I never like fell off from it, but there was there was a long period of time where I was like, it's not like I wasn't interested in it, but I was just like, I don't know. I think I was just depressed and like just couldn't watch anything. So like I just stopped watching it for a while and then got back into it full fledged and actually got into doing digital art and animation myself because I was already drawing it super heavily. So I wanted to be able to, I don't know, make short clips, 30-second, 60-second clips and whatnot, especially for like my visuals and whatnot for.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Is that all like custom work?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I've got a group of homies that I work with, a group of animators and different artists and whatnot. I have like two of my favorite like manga drawing artists that are like, I don't know how I really even met. I met one of them through gaming, and the other one I just saw.
What do you game?
Stuff. I think I met him on Mortal Kombat.
Hell yeah, Molly kicks my ass in that every time we play.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, no. I used to compete heavy in that. That's like,
oh damn,
yeah, it's sick on vice. But yeah, just started drawing, getting into it super heavy, and then it became almost like a study at a point where I was just trying to find different animation styles because I want my own one day. So like I was trying to find different types of inspirations. And I like the fluidity of it. I knew what I wanted as far as like I was envisioning my own like I was drawing out my own like action scenes and whatnot, but like I knew it would look different like in motion. So like I knew what I wanted to like a T as far as like the film grain of it and like I don't know, just everything detail wise. Like I had it's super hard to like really get frame by frame like everything you want in something. Cause sometimes you end up forgetting or you put too much into like a frame, and so like it's super hard to know like a balance of getting each shot to be consistent with the last. And I started with doing like just copies of like favorite scenes from like animes that I was watching. It's just I would do like.
So you actually drew out like animated scenes.
Yeah, like
and,
it was like
in frame, like
yeah,
frame
like
frame about that.
Yeah, like
wow,
kind of like flip book style. Like I would do like Goku transforming into Super Saiyan. Like somebody throwing a shuriken or a kunai, which was like one of the easier ones to learn. And from there, you just kind of get more advanced with it, add more detail in the background. Since it went from like just regular hand throwing kunai to like one of my favorite characters throwing the kunai to like one of my favorite characters throwing the kunai to one of my favorite villains. Like, and you just kind of go from there and just work your way up.
Just getting like a baseline of
the
technique of what goes into it.
Yeah, you gotta get super familiar with whatever style that you want to draw. And some people like evolutionize and make their own style. It's really hard to do because there's a lot of different styles out there. But like it's, I don't know, you can do it. Like it's not impossible to make a specific cartoon style and have it look, original. There's a lot of different cartoons out there that are very similar because they take inspiration from each other. So you have to just be mindful.
So what do you, because like I feel like I'm just behind on everything with anime and manga, and I think a lot of it had to do with just my strict upbringing and I got Yu-Gi-Oh cards one year for Christmas. I mean, they got taken away from me because they were sexually suggestive images in them.
God.
So like they just did not a fan of the anime. So that might have a lot to do with it. But I guess I'm curious as to like what am I missing? What is it that like a lot of people our age are like really into anime? Like, what's that? That missing out.
It's a lot of the storytelling. It's the way it's told and the way it's drawn out.
Okay.
There's a lot of people obviously don't like animes with like a lot of filler episodes and whatnot. It's hard to get through. And I'm
like
personally
the show where it's like you have to get to season 10 before it gets good.
Yeah, And like, granted, I'm kind of fans of those shows because I just like the attention to detail. Like I like when they go on people's backstories and whatnot. A lot of people just want to skip to the violence, and I'm just like, dude, chill the fuck out. Like I don't even know his name. Like, and I feel like one of those animes that did that for me was Naruto for sure. Like 700 different episodes, and
Holy shit.
Yeah, you're just kind of you're in for the ride, like the entire time. Like you gotta, I don't know, you gotta stay involved and like really kind of escape and get into the reality of Naruto and whatnot to understand it. And it's I don't know, it's a very inclusive show, so it's super easy to do that. And it like I don't know, it's very well put together, very well written.
Huh.
And the fillers in that, like, you have people complain about them, but they still watched it, so.
They still stabbed it.
Still good. It was still good shit.
It's like going to a fast food place and eating the entire burrito and then being like, this sucked, I want my money back. Like,
Yeah.
eat the fucking thing.
It's all just smashed, bro. Like, it was edible. Like.
Damn. Yeah. I don't know. There's always been something for me about, like the comfort of, like, seeing real people. Like, there are select animes that I enjoy, but, like, it's really hard for me to, like, get into that, like, entire thing.
Yeah. You gotta find one that's for you. If you like, a lot of, like, action, like, I've noticed, like, a lot of people are, like, super big about, like, a lot of the original ones, but, like, Netflix makes a lot of adaptations now.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you have Netflix, you have access to, like, a lot of dope fucking OG classics. So you don't have to go spend money going on Crunchyroll and shit like that. And, I mean, there's a lot of sites and shit, too. Illegal. You know, so,
We're sponsored by ExpressVPN.
Literally, bro. And, yeah, it's, you just gotta, be mindful of what you're looking up, because there's a lot of harem and fucking hentai out there, so you might come across the wrong thing. Who knows? But fucking.
That's the problem with, like, that is, like, one of the problems with, like, everything being on streaming on demand. It's, like, there are those few select movies that are, like, the only way that I can watch this is if I buy a copy on, like, a DVD copy on Amazon.
It's fucking ridiculous. I'm like, how, dude, what do I even put that? I don't even have a disc drive on anything that I own. I like on the PC, yeah, but like there's no disc drive on a PS5. There's no disc drive on this. Yeah, it makes no sense. Like discs. Oh.
It's all moving too fast, man.
No, I don't like it.
I don't either. There's something like really wholesome in like having a physical copy of like a Blu-ray or like putting in like
the quality, dude. You can't stream complete 4K on Blu-ray.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't stream native like true 4K. Like it's just not a thing.
But that's the problem is when they figure that out. That's when it's like I feel like that's when DVDs are really gonna go just underground. But they're gonna be VHSs.
Yeah, they're gonna be obsolete as fuck. That's when they're gonna take, and it's so much cheaper not to put a disc drive in whatever you're building. So everything with a disc drive is 100 more than whatever it is without it. So.
That was one of the changes that just, like, I feel like completely caught me by surprise.
That fucked me up, dude. Especially with games. Like, I like to have a physical copy of the game. I like to be able to...
Yeah.
Put it in there, and it's not... Yeah, it's so weird. I like the fact that I can just click, and in 10 seconds, the game's loaded up digitally and whatnot. Like, it still performs the same, but, like, it's so... Something... I almost feel like it doesn't, to an extent. Like there's something off about it. And even when you do that now, like in like the newer consoles, next gen consoles, you still have to install a game or at least 10 gigs of the game. So
you have to make sure everything's updated.
Yeah, there's still an installation of the game, which is I don't know. I don't get the purpose behind that, but that's the thing.
We just all need to short GameStop again. So. Or go against the short, I should say.
Dude. Oh. I've never had beef with you so hard. Fuck GameStop.
What? I'm just curious. What have been? I've heard like a lot of nightmare stories about GameStop, which, with the ironic thing with like Reddit.
I got you. Nightmare fucking story. It's like 2000. 2009. Yeah. 2009. And they just released like a new version of the 360 Elite. And it came with like the 256 gig hard drive on the top, the detachable one or whatever.
Oh, damn.
It came with the black controller, you know, the black, just dope, it's sleek as fuck, bro. It's dope as shit, bro. So I have that and like 7 like brand new games, 2 new copies of like Modern Warfare 2. I don't know why I had 2 copies of it or something, but I went to go turn it in, and I think I wanted to switch over to PlayStation at the time, and I never ended up doing it because I went and offered them all of that. Like I just got it all, like almost like $500. I take it in.
I know where this is going.
I take it in, and it's like $86 that they offered me, bro. And I was just like, what the fuck do I do with it? And like the PS3 at the time was, I think it was still like $300, $250, somewhere around that. But they just came out with like the slim version.
Yeah.
And, or no, it was just an updated.
They had. I remember that 360 had updates. Like
it was just an updated version of the PS3, and I was like, I was looking forward to getting it, man. But $86 is not gonna get you that, especially when you have like over 5. I like had the Wi-Fi adapter for the fucking PlayStation, which those alone were like $80. All sorts of controllers, like I said, all sorts of games, fucking just accessories galore. It just, I don't know, dope ass headsets from Turtle Beaches I tried to turn into, and I ended up keeping those. I ended up keeping everything, but like that fucking system actually later like fried out on me like a year later. I had to get a new one. Yeah.
Should have sold it while I had the chance.
Yeah, no, dude, it was fucking red rings, man.
Oh shit! Yeah, I've heard.
And it wouldn't go. I tried to fix it. I used to take those things apart, put them back together like nothing, fixing them, doing half-ass homemade like soldering jobs. Too. Like, I made it work, dude. I made them operatable.
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
I did whatever I could, especially when I had to like try to mod them. Like to put a J tag in there, so I could just get a little bit of aimbot and fucking MW2 lobby. Just like just fuck with people. Dude, me and my homies just fuck with people hard. Like, yeah, it was bad.
Goddamn. So it's like, what would you say is like your favorite game? Like the game that you would play on the most?
My go-to. I'm big into sports games. I grew up beating everybody's ass in Madden, and FIFA, and hell, even 2K at times. But like, I don't know. I'm big into martial arts. I also like fight myself too, so like I don't know. UFC is something I'm always like literally playing every fucking day. That, Mortal Kombat, Madden, FIFA, any Tony Hawk on like literally any system.
Damn.
Still got a fucking GameCube just to play Underground, so like yeah.
I always like those sports games.
I've been geeking on Rocket League lately.
I did play a little bit.
I'm whooping ass. I'm like, I didn't realize how good I was until I started playing. I was like, yeah, this is like FIFA and Need for Speed, and I fucks with both. Like, I can do this. Like,
you ever play
super fun.
You ever play Alien Isolation?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I played it. I had it on VR.
Oh,
when it first
real?
dropped. Yeah, that shit was. Oh my god, it was gnarly.
Terrifying.
It was gnarly. That was like one of the first like. Because they had like VR games when PSVR came out, but like that was like one of the first like dope, like super dope ones.
So I'm way behind on everything in video games. Like my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, gaming was banned from me as a child. So I'm like catching up in my adult years.
And no, dude, if you ever want to just geek out on some, I got you. I'll bring whatever old ass system over. We can just go at it, dude. Like
I fucking love the old ass systems.
It's dude, my favorite all time system is the GameCube. Like,
damn.
GameCube it's fucking way ahead of its time, dude. Like,
I used to go to a friend's house and play. There was like Medal of Honor on the GameCube. I remember that.
Yeah, dude, that thing is way ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time. I've beaten every like major drop game on that. That or PS2. Obviously, PS2 is like the household like
everybody had that shit. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I missed out on a lot.
Yeah, there's a PlayStation 2, bro. Like, PlayStation 2. All you need is PlayStation 2 copy of fucking San Andreas, and like,
hell yeah.
You got all the gaming you need right there. Any Rockstar game in general.
You know, I don't think I'll ever be able to enjoy San Andreas because the first GTA game I ever played was 5.
Oh,
I think like trying to backtrack
like, dude,
is really hard.
You gotta find the nostalgia in it. It's like back then it was ahead of its time, and it's still kind of, in a sense, but like I don't know. Whenever we get a fucking, because we're supposed to get a next gen update of GTA 5 for the summer or whatever. We're still running the same.
Yeah, when are they gonna come out? 6?
Still running the same everything. I don't think they're coming out with 6 for another like 2 or 3 years. They're just gonna do a next gen console update for 5. Make it native 4K. Fix all the resolution and the frame rate on it. Because the frame rate's fucking terrible just on PS4. Or playing the PS4 version, like on my PS5, it looks like the 360 version of it. Like, it's bad. Like, playing it on 360 through HDMI and like a 1080p monitor looks way better than it does on PS5 on 4K. Like, it does no improvements for the game for some reason. So it's super weird, bro. Like, I'd rather just bust out the 360 and like get on my old account if the fucking servers are still open.
Dude, I was playing the 360 up until 6 months ago. Like,
fuck yeah, bro. I don't know. I don't know what like servers are still open on there, but
like nothing.
I would still
nothing.
Yeah. Fuck. Because I would still go back. The MW2 servers are still open. It'd be a wrap.
So the little gaming I did do when I was younger was Call of Duty. I definitely I wasn't super into like the Modern Warfare 2 scene, but Black Ops. Like, I remember Black Ops and World at War.
Dude, I was
going to my friend's basement and just having a whole afternoon, a whole day, just
getting fucking lost, especially on zombies, bro. Like losing your senses on there.
So many people on the servers, you could go forever.
Yeah, dude. I remember me and my friends would like, on average, we get to a point where we'd like make level like 44 or some shit like 3 times in a row, but we'd realize like that takes like 3 hours a game. And then, like, we look at the time and, like, oh, fuck, dude, we've been playing this for, like, an unhealthy amount of time, dude. Like, I'm logging off, I got a headache, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's way too easy to get there, man.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts.
I've been avoiding Red Dead Redemption because I've just heard it's, like, you will have no life if you...
Dude, the attention to detail, Rockstar games, man, I'm telling you. The attention to detail in Red Dead 2 is fucking insane. Like, oh my god, bro. I don't know how many times I've just been randomly, like, just fucking doing something, doing a mission. Riding my horse, going through, like, this little path. I stumble across, like, a fucking like, clan rally or some shit. I'm like, oh. Time to blow shit up. Like, like, this is fucking crazy, bro. Like, it's nuts. Like, but that's what it was. It's historically accurate. It's a good game. Like, there's no, like, bias to it. But, like, yeah. There was, for, like, the longest time online, like, they were having to monitor different servers because if your avatar on there was, like, black, there was people, like, teaming up. Like, just all these, like, white kids just teaming up and chasing, hunting down black people in the lobby.
What?
Yeah. Like, fucking, and the thing that, like, yeah, dude, you could fucking lasso and rope people up, throw them on the back of your horse and shit, so, like, they would, like, find you, jump the fuck out of you, and do that, and, like, there's nothing you can do about it besides turn your fucking system off and be mad. And, like, yeah, it was fucking,
you know how we were talking earlier about, like, the Capitol protests?
Yes, bro, it was bad, dude. I was like, I don't want to play this shit no more, bro, this is fucked up. You know, like, it's not one of them it's not pay to play either, so it's, like, it's not like you can go, like, buy a certain gun or something, but, like, yeah. I went and, like, spent, like, $20 on, like, credits on there. So I can go get, like, a gun in the game. But you still have to, like, you still gotta, like, level up and, like, you know, earn it and lock it and whatnot. So, like, I would do that and, like, just, I don't know, stay strapped the entire time and then, I don't know, just wait for motherfuckers to come fuck with me, I guess. Because it happened every time, dude. Like, it was all bad, bro. You open up the lobby and, like, you're the only motherfucker that looks like Django. So, like, Everybody's hunting you down, dude. It was bad, bro. It was so bad.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've heard plenty of bad things about Rockstar online lobbies. Just like,
Dude, oh yeah, they're toxic as fuck. Like, if you can handle it.
well, it's just so much time you have to put into it. Like I guess that's really what any online game.
I've never seen such a modded game in my life. Like GTA 5 is. It's fucking insane. And like the crazy thing is like there's all these like security fucking programs and firewalls that goes into the coding of the game that like they still can't stop a lot of these mods and a lot of these modders that are like going into these online servers and just like I was on an online server where this kid kept telling me he could give me all the money that I wanted. Like I was just to go do some I don't know whatever the fuck at the casino in the game. And I'm like okay whatever I'm gonna go do it. So I go and do it for him. I go and like take this car for him I guess. I bring him around the corner to him. He's like, alright, how much you want? I was like 10 million. I was just messing around. And then like the game like does a little like I don't know what the fuck for a minute. And like the lobby menu pops up. And like you can see it like scroll to my name. And then like just a little it made the little GTA boom noise like when you get money. And he like somehow gave me $10 million. I was like, oh wow. And then he spawned me a car and then like left the lobby. I was like, dude, like they'll hack into that, or there's people that'll come take your money and then leave the lobby. Like it's fucking nuts. Like I was on last time I was on, there was a dude, you know, those like little flying bikes on there that everybody's been getting. Like I don't know, there's these bikes on there, like these little rocket bikes. They have like homing missiles and shit on. Yeah, fucking ridiculous.
I'm curious. Pull up a picture of this.
And they're literally there's like such a big like there's such controversy over these bikes because they're fucking cheap. Like you pay like $20, you get your little Megalodon shark card or whatever the fuck, and you go in there, yeah, little oppressor K2. Fuck that thing, bro. That makes you not want to play that game ever again. If there's somebody with that in a lobby, they're going around and they're fucking everybody. Because you can get around so fucking fast.
GTA or Cyberpunk?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. But somebody had one modded as a fucking dildo one time, just flying around, like flying around Los Santos and shit. As soon as I opened up the lobby, I was just like, what the fuck was that? Is that a flying dick, bro? And then came back around and shot me. And I was just like, okay, I'm logging the fuck off. This is stupid. You can't do anything. There's no having fun on like just regular servers on there. You gotta be up to date with modding and shit on there.
You see this, son? This is a community of people with no life.
Yeah, literally, bro. That's what Rockstar gets for letting us play the same game for 8 fucking years. Fuck you guys.
You don't want to play this, you gotta go to the Wild West, otherwise you're fucked.
Literally, it is fucking wild over there. Racist.
No, I was really disappointed. Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, fuck that game too.
I think
that's the most buggiest release in like gaming history.
Yeah. Like it makes Fallout 76 look like nothing.
Oh my god, don't bring that up. I totally forgot about that.
Did you buy in? Did you?
No, fucking no. Last one I played was New Vegas, and that's how it's gonna stay.
That is my favorite multiplayer.
Yeah, period. Actually. That's up there for me too. That's top tier. That was a great game.
I tried that Outer Worlds, which is the same company, and like I don't know, like I couldn't really stay engaged.
I don't feel like somebody else asked me if I played that recently, and I was like,
it's worth it. Like I got on sale, and I spent a good 10 hours on it. It was fun, but not for everyone. That's for sure. Should do. What time are we at here? Oh, we probably done for. Yeah. Shit. I think that's really all I have for us today.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell people? Well, did you have anything else you want to talk about while we're here? Anything on your mind? Anything you want to shout out to the world, or topics you want to discuss?
I mean, I'm always down to talk about anything. If anybody follows me on social media, that's the place to hit me up. If you have any questions, that's the place to ask. I'm one of those people who just doesn't respond to people. I have a hard time responding sometimes because I'm usually busy, or like I have so many people trying to hit me up at the same time. I gotta take them into like desensitize and then go back into conversation. So like,
you gotta hire someone.
Yeah, no, dude, I gotta get to that. I gotta get to that. But I don't know, man. There's not much besides just.
Well, you got Instagram. You got a ton of cool stuff on that. Reiterate for people. You're playing live tonight, right?
Yes, live tonight at Nightingale, which is in East Village, downtown Des Moines. I'm on at 9. That's when the show starts. Doors will obviously probably be open before that. If you're out and about drinking and whatnot. It's a decent day out, I guess.
Yeah.
Kinda. It's a little gloomy, but
is it outdoors?
No, it's indoors. Okay. It's indoors. And I know there was a shooting downtown last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Right
outside of Outlaws.
Here, I know we're
Stuffed Olive.
I looked that up. I didn't know this.
Yeah, 3 people got shot. I'm not sure the condition of them. I don't know. I'm not a believer in God or anything, but people pray for them. I guess whatever that is. It was
Good.
It was outside of like it's on KCCI for sure. It's like outside of Outlaws or Stuffed Olive or some shit like that. And then there was just some fucking state trooper just got shot too.
Oh damn. Civil unrest. There's too much of it.
Yeah, pretty fucking gnarly. But if you're usually like one of those people that are over in like the Court Ave area, and you don't feel like you're safe over there, you'll be safe over with us partying. So slide over there. And next
wait. Police 3 injured in Court Avenue shooting.
Yep,
You just missed it.
Boom.
So they got injured. The Des Moines Police Department is investigating a shooting on Court Avenue. According to police, it was just after midnight when a gunman opened fire, injuring 3 people. 2 victims were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The third did not require medical attention. Oh wow.
What? You still got shot so fucking walk off.
Not that shooting's a good thing, but as far as shooting stories goes, that's not too bad.
That's bad aim.
Did he survive, the shooter? I don't think it says.
I'm sure they probably either did they. I think he got away or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, oh, really? He got away? God damn.
Powerful device.
Damn PD, fucking suck, man.
Yeah, dude, I don't. They're fucking ridiculous, dude. Oh my god, those clowns.
Sorry, quick aside. When I was living in Canton, South Dakota, there was I always heard this story about this bar fight where these 2 guys went outside the, it was like small town.
Yeah, it's like that, like lure, like
yeah,
it was that fight.
Yeah. Well, 2 guys right outside, both really well known. Like the guy beats the ever living fuck out of the guy outside, blood all over the cement, everything, and then the guy that got beat up went to the hospital. The guy that was there ran away. Cops knew about all of it. No arrests were ever made. Just that kind of lawlessness. You would hope in a city it would be like that, but
yeah, I don't know the story exactly, but my grandpa shot some motherfucker through a trash can once. It was like, yeah, dude, like went home, got a 12 gauge, and just came back and started blasting. I don't know what the fuck it is. I can't remember the details. Every time I was told the story, I was like half tuned out. You just hear that, like, somebody shot somebody, and you're just like, oh, you're just trying to get over that part. Like, well, yeah, no. Fucking, yeah. I don't know. People get wild at bars, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That is one of the positives of COVID, huh? It's, well, I don't know, maybe not for everyone, but I feel like people are at least less likely to get into that scenario.
Yeah. Yeah. And, like, now that stuff's starting to pick up and open back up, you're gonna, like, I don't know, you're gonna see a lot more shit. Like, I'll hopefully not like that. You're gonna see a lot more, like, conflict and people obviously get into it, drunk, belligerent, doing whatever the fuck they do.
Yeah, well, people have been pent up, they're all...
And then people have been locked in a fucking house for, like, a year and a half.
Yeah.
People are gonna come out with certain hostility or a certain type of energy. And, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's been weird.
It's been weird.
Especially in Iowa. Like, everybody's been kind of walking around with a sense of arrogance, like, I'm not sick, or I'm not this, that, and the other. I'm just like, okay. Like, whatever you say.
Yeah. I mean, the only person you can control at the end of the day is yourself.
Yeah. That's why you just, you gotta stick to your own guns.
Yeah. All right, man. Hey, it's been a great time. Like we said, he's performing tonight. If you're watching this live, go out, see him. All that. Go see a good show.
Next week, I'm in Iowa City on Saturday at Gabe's. So, the show starts at 9 as well. And, yeah.
Word. Tight. Yeah, it's been a great episode, man. Next week, we will have Jackson Brown. I think you guys are actually buddies, right?
Yeah, I'll fucking probably be with him. So I don't know. Yeah, dude, like, right? Yeah. That's the homie. It's like one of my best friends.
Yeah, I didn't know that you guys were necessarily friends. I saw you guys were like with speakers or something. And
yeah.
Like, oh, shit, man.
We got a whole project working on.
All right, man. Hey.
Oh, yeah, man.
Cheers.